And we are live. Just while wait a couple of minutes to let you guys filter in. Let me know if you can see me and hear me loud and clear. And the first question is, how are you guys doing? Okay, let's make sure we got everything set up fine on the YouTube side of things. Where are we? Live. Yeah, we seem to be looking good. Guys, if you have joined, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. It just helps to get this live stream pushed out to a wider audience. It basically helps to get it recommended. To more people. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the like button. So yeah, guys, if you have not already done so, hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, then we'll get on to a few of the comments because we have quite a few comments already. Christas asks how much, and I'm guessing he is asking how much with regards to the Bmw E90. Christas, if you're watching this, I don't know, you did comment before the stream even started, but if you are watching this right now, we will get on to all that good stuff. Don't worry about it. Detailing Doctor says my E90 has gone to got a Golf GTR Mark 5 now. That's a bit of a different change up. Stuart said all clear my end. Good stuff. Loud and clear, dude. Good stuff. Yes. Right, I guess you guys can hear me loud and clear then. Fine, George. You got a cold, or do you have a cold, or you are cold? I know it is pretty cold. I've been out all day trying to get a few jobs done, and yeah, the weather hasn't been good, but I'm so busy at the moment that I have no other choice. So I need to go out in the cold. Great. How about you? Yes, I am very good. Thank you, business by Bell. Like I said, yeah, just very busy at the moment, just scrambling to get things done. Johnny says, hey, George. How you doing, Johnny? Hope you're well. You are blasting 10 times 10. Good stuff. I am freezing. Oh, that's not good. Make sure you wrap up. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And then we'll give it just a few minutes. I'll answer any questions or any comments you guys have. And then we will just get into the point of the live stream. But yeah, if you have not already done so, hit that like button. You don't realize the power that just hitting the like button actually has. It pretty much single-handedly recommends the stream to a broader audience. So if there's anything that you can do that for me right now. Thank you. Let's try and get 30 likes. There's 31 of you guys in here right now. Let's try and get 30 likes, and then we will, like I said, break things down and get right into the live stream. Okay. Yeah, should be good to go. See how many likes we're on. If we're on 30, we'll just get into things. We are on 26, guys. We're 4 likes away from 30, so let's get to 30 likes right now. But yeah, in the meantime, I am just going to answer a few of you guys' comments. Zach says, when is the intake manifold cleaning on the N47 be uploaded? Zach, I'm just going to tell you straight up, it's not going to be an intake manifold cleaning video. It's an intake manifold replacement. I have already done an intake I've done 2 intake manifold cleaning videos. I've done one on the N47 and one on the M47. They're both on my channel. Just type in, I think it's how to clean BMW N47 intake manifold or M47 intake manifold cleaning, something along those lines. You should find it on my channel. And yeah, that has a pretty comprehensive guide on how to do it if you just want to see the cleaning part of it. What jobs have you been doing in the cold? Not things that haven't been YouTube worthy. Obviously, the whole point of this live stream is to announce that I'm going to be selling the E90. But I'm also selling another car, but it's not my car. It was my dad's old car. It's a Fiat Bravo. So I've been having to get a few jobs done on that, and yeah, take some pictures and whatnot and get that up for sale, which it is up for sale now. So I need to get that sold ASAP because it is taking up space at the moment, and yeah, space is a real premium. Hi, buddy. Hope you're well. You only just got the car. As always, looking forward to the next project. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I've had it for... It's got to be 2 months. I think it's 2 months anyway. I want to say it must have been sometime in October, I think. But yeah, a relatively quick turnaround in terms of a project. Obviously, I bought the car with the pretense that it had head gasket failure. And pretty soon into the project, I realized I didn't need to go that far with it. It didn't have head gasket failure. So I've basically just taken care of the common problems on it and fixed up anything that was broken, and then have got it ready for resale. And yeah, whoever does decide to buy that car, I think they're onto a real good one, because I've put about 1,500 miles on it, and honestly, it drives spot on. You wouldn't know that it's done 156,000 miles. It drives really, really nice. What's the best tool you would recommend for working on cars? Best tool? I don't know if... I mean, of course, you've got to have a good socket set. You know, you've got to have various different sockets, torque sockets, e-torque sockets, you know, good metric hex sockets. But I would say the best investment that I've made is definitely with my impact wrenches. The amount of time that those save is, yeah, it's, you know, second to none. It's good to have a big one for the, you know, for the larger bolts and to remove wheel bolts and all the rest of it. And it's also good to have a smaller one as well for removing the tiny screws and for tightening bolts off, because it's very hard to over tighten with the smaller impact wrench. So yeah, I would say those two together are my best tool, or definitely the best investment that I've made in terms of tools. James Cohen said, wish I could go back to an E90. Had to get an X1 to accommodate the dirty great monstrosity of our German Shepherd grew to be. Oh, wow. Yeah, they can be quite big, can't they, them dogs? Love your Stig poster. Thank you. I've literally had that since I was a kid. Yeah, I don't really use this room as a room. It's more of just an office, so I haven't even had a chance to like do it how I want it. Danny Nash said, evening. Danny, how you doing? Hope you're well. Let's have a quick check on the likes, guys. I will give you another reminder. If you have not already done so, please do hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. And we've hit 30 likes. We're on 31 likes, so that is much appreciated. But yeah, guys, I guess we'll sort of get into the live stream then and discuss why I'm deciding to sell the BMW E90. So, of course, I didn't really know what I was buying when I, set up to buy the car in the first place. I thought that it was going to have head gasket failure, and I thought that was going to bring a whole load of new content to the channel, and hopefully it was going to give me another angle to come at the N47 content, because obviously I've covered the N47 content quite a lot on the 5 series, and I felt that if I was to do like a head gasket change and rebuild the head, which is what I planned to do, I thought that was going to take things to a whole nother level, but it didn't need doing in the end. So yeah, I thought there's really no need for me to keep the car, although it's a good daily driver, and I'm loving the fuel consumption, especially compared to my 760 Ally, which absolutely just drinks fuel. It is definitely surplus to requirements. It's not a car that I saw myself having long term, and it's definitely better suited to someone who does a lot more miles than I currently do. So yeah, I've realistically went as far as I can with the car and as far as I want to go, and I believe there is still a few more videos left for you guys to see, which I have already filmed. They will be coming over the next few weeks. For example, the DPF issue. I know I had a bunch of you guys asking about what happened with the DPF. That's fully sorted. That is coming in a video next week, actually. So do stay tuned for that. The DPF is fully sorted. And of course, we have replaced the intake manifold as well. So do stay tuned for that. And I've done a couple of other little jobs as well at the same time. So yeah, I pretty much went as far as I want to go with the E90 project. And like I said, it's going to, serve as a good, reliable, cheap car to someone. So whoever does own that, fair play. It's going to serve you well. But yeah, I felt, there's no real reason for me to keep it long term on the channel. Like I said, I've pretty much done all of the N47 content. I know some of you guys might want to keep seeing it over and over again, but realistically, it doesn't make too much sense to keep re-uploading the same videos over and over again. There's only so many N47 oil change videos I can do. There's only so many N47 EGR delete videos I can do. So hopefully you guys appreciate that and can see where I'm sort of coming from at the same time. Just jump onto some of you guys' questions before I get too lost in them. How did you find driving the Merc? I actually have a video coming on that. Obviously, I drove the Mercedes E-Class when I was in Sweden. I have a video coming on that sometime. It will be out in the next couple of weeks, I think. So I guess just wait and see what I thought about the car in that upcoming video. James Cohen says, speaking of tools, not seeing a general video by you on what tools you have / use, what specialized job specific tools are important to get, and what BM specific tools are good to own in general. James, good question actually, or good comment rather. I do actually list the majority of my tools, well, the tools that I recommend in my video description. So if you just go to any of my recent videos, click the description, and there should be a list of the tools that I recommend, in that description. And in terms of like BMW specific tools, I wouldn't really say there is too many, to be honest. It's BMWs are fairly easy to work on with regards to tools. It's pretty much just all metric bolts, and Torx and e-Torx bolts. So you don't really need too many speciality tools unless you're doing like a timing chain job or something like that, which of course you're going to need a timing toolkit. But yeah, I can't really think of any speciality tools. Like I said, they're pretty easy to work on the whole. Lee Smith says, "Hi George, Lee, how you doing? Hope you're well." Frederico says, "I have my E87 123D, and let's see how long I'm going to hold on." Yep, that's a pretty special car, the twin turbo N47. Let's see how long you do hold on to it for. My E90 is off the road, bloody swivel flap failure. Had a good innings at 200k miles. Now looking for another M47, a lump to replace the RIP one. Rest in peace one. Yeah, I always recommend on the N47 to remove your intake manifold and inspect your swivel flaps. It's not actually the swivel flaps that fails; it's the brass rod that goes through them, and you will kind of see what I suggest in an upcoming video. That's why I replaced the intake manifold on the E90 for a brand new one. So you will be able to see kind of what's the case there. But yeah, sorry to hear about that. David says, "Hi George, Merry Christmas to you." Merry Christmas to you too, David. How much are you going to sell it for? I will buy it, says Bars TV. Is that a serious inquiry, or are you just wondering how much I'm selling it for? Let's open up a debate then. Let me kind of run through what I've done to the car, the condition that it's in and all the rest of it, and go through the specs. And then let's see how much you guys think it's worth, right here, right now. Let's have a conversation. So, of course, it is a 2008 58 plate BMW 320D with the M47 engine. It's on 156,000 miles. What have I done? So I've done obviously new intake manifold, new drive belt kit, complete drive belt kit. I'm gonna have to refer to my notes. I've already forgot what I've done. Of course, we've done the complete full service: engine oil and filter, air filter, fuel filter, cabin filter, gearbox service, diff service, complete coolant flush, brake fluid flush, clutch fluid flush. We cleaned the EGR valve. We have replaced the front control arms. It's had a front wheel alignment. All wheels have been balanced. New Bosch wipers, new boot struts, new bonnet struts. So that's what I've done. In terms of spec, let's talk about what the previous owner done. So the previous owner, they replaced the crankshaft pulley. So that's like the complete drive belt assembly, all good for another 100,000 miles or so. I believe they also replaced the glow plugs, and they also replaced the rear shock absorbers, and then the previous owner to them replaced the front shock absorbers and then the springs all round, I believe. And I also have a suspicion that the timing chain was replaced on it at some point. I don't have any receipts for it, or not that I can see it. There is a bunch of different receipts, but I do have a feeling that the timing chain has been replaced at some point. Whether or not it was on, whether or not it was done by BMW early in its life, I don't know. But there's zero, timing chain noise coming from the engine, and the fact that it's not leaking any oil, and there's no diesel leaking, or there's no what's it called, black diesel death. I can't even think what it's called now. There's no like soot or old diesel around the injectors. It kind of makes me think that somebody's been in there before and they've resealed everything, and that would make me think that the timing chain has more than likely been replaced. Obviously, I can't advertise it as being replaced, but that is my suspicion. I think it has already been replaced at some point. And I wouldn't be surprised if the clutch and flywheel have been done as well, because the clutch feels solid. Like it's the clutch bites really low down. Clutch is probably actually better than it was on my 5 Series. And yeah, like it's had everything that it's needed from the previous owners. Like I said, I've got a huge stack of receipts, and I know that it's been looked after. I'm pretty sure it was MOT'd and serviced at a main BMW dealer for the majority of its life as well. But yeah, let's talk about the specs of the car real quick. So obviously it's an M Sport model. It's got the shadow line trim, which is like the gloss black around the windows and everything. Full leather interior. It's got iDrive with navigation. It's got cruise control, auto wipers, Bluetooth, full service history, and it's got 12 months MOT on it. So how much are we saying that it's worth? And then I'll sort of say how much I would like for it realistically. Okay. Well, I've missed a bunch of these comments. I'm just going to have to go through these quite quick. FIFA says, hi, George. Hello, FIFA. I just got 118D leaking oil, of course. I think it's the oil filter housing gasket. Is that common? Fairly common, the oil filter housing gasket, but I've never experienced it myself. How are you doing? Love your videos from Scotland. FIFA, I'm very good. I hope you are well as well. Would be good to see some content on BMW 116i, M43 engines, which has to... Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if I'm ever going to get that engine because it's one of BMW's worst ever engines. N42, N43, N45, and N46. They're all terrible engines. So I don't know if I would get myself one personally. Maybe as a project, but we will have to see. Removal or blank EGR and DPF on 123D. Thoughts? If you remove them both, your engine's going to thank you and it's going to be a lot more reliable. But of course, make up your own mind. Best BMW tool to have is ISTA to start with. Oh, yeah. I'd highly recommend getting ISTA. How was Sweden? I've been to Stockholm and Malmö. How did you go? Where did you go? We stayed just outside of Stockholm, but we went sort of within about 2 hours of the general area. And yeah, it was good. It was a nice weekend. Water pump change for me this weekend. Have you done a video for this on the E90? I've done it on the N52. I've done the water pump and thermostat change. Oh, that's another thing that the previous owner done as well. Water pump and thermostat was replaced. 5 cases, bars, 3,750. Don't undersell on it. You put time and money into it, albeit for the videos, but I imagine this is going to be a solid buy, so the price should reflect that. 5 to 6K, 5K, you're mad. You can get LCI versions for about 3,500, 3,500 tops, I'd say. 5K, way too much. You're looking at around 3,500. Timing chain was a recall on that model. Yes, it was. Depending on how clean it looks, paint and stuff would be about £5,000 to £6,000 in my country. LCI wants to fetch in 4.5 to 5K with way low miles. I'd like to say it. I don't care. I paid £400 for my 2007 LCI. How and why is it irrelevant? Time and chain with George's videos, 550 running, but I don't have YouTube service history to go with. So the car has me 1,100 to sale before. I camera wrapped it worth way more than 3,500. Yep. I'm just going to block this user. Around 3,500. Max says it's 2007. No, it's not 2007. It's late 2008. 2,300. No more than 3,000 at all. It's really hard to price this car. George did put a heck of a lot. Not only that others stated, but if you're going to have to fix all sorts of things. I've done Warp Punch Engine, where it has EJ has to come off to get to it. So if you did watch EJ, you almost stop on, mate. Yeah. When will you come to Amsterdam? I'd love to go to Amsterdam. I don't know. No idea. I'd love to do like a big Europe trip sometime soon. So possibly. I got to go. Want to stay on. Wife calling. No worries. Take care, man. But yeah, it seems like you have a quite a mixed opinion, and it's quite a decent range between the price. I think the lowest price someone said was 2,300. That was from this guy. Then he said no more than 3,000 at all, and then the highest I think people said was like 5,000 to 6,000. I don't think it's. I want to say I don't think it's worth 5,000 to 6,000. Not at all. But I also think it's worth a bit more than 2,300. From doing my own research, from looking up online, looking at fair prices, and sort of going from the general consensus, I can't find anything close to my car for less than £3,000. Now, when I say close to my car, I mean M Sport, iDrive, full leather interior, and I guess like cruise control or whatever. Those are the basic things that I'm comparing to. All the other cars that I've seen for less than £3,000 all either have cloth interior, no iDrive, or they're an SE model. So I would say that on that basis, it's got to be worth £3,000. Now, of course, we have put a lot of time and effort into it. And it has had a lot of the common problems fixed. For example, the intake manifold, the drive belt kit, the suspension all round, the control arms, that's all been sorted. Whether or not that adds value to the car, people will some people will agree, some people will disagree. But what I will say is, I think the average person, which would much rather buy a car with all the common problems fixed, as opposed to buying a car that they then need to go and spend £2,000 to £3,000 on. Because I can assure you, if you buy a cheap BMW E90 320D, you're more than likely going to have to replace the intake manifold. You're going to have to replace the control arms. You're going to have to replace the drive belt kit. You're going to have to replace the crankshaft pulley. You're going to have all these suspension issues, and you're going to be no better off. So I think you're better off buying a fully sorted car, especially if you can't work on it yourself. Because I've spent alone, just in parts, a decent amount on this car. So I think it's got to be. I mean, guys, what do we think? Do we think it's worth £3,000? I think it has to be. I mean, like I said, all of the cars that I can see online are, not as high spec. Like I said, cloth seats, SE model, no iDrive. I think it's pretty rare on E90s to have iDrive, and they haven't had all this work done. If it's especially if you're buying from a dealer, they're obviously not going to put all this time and effort and money into a car before they sell it. They're just going to do the minimal work and then try and sell it on. Yeah, sure. I could have just, determined that the head gasket wasn't failed and then sold it on for a quick profit. But, I'm not like that. If I'm selling a car, I want to know that it's spot on. I don't want to sell a car that has issues. But I guess a dealer or someone who wants to maximize profit, they are going to just determine that it doesn't have a head gasket failure and then sell it on for the biggest profit possible. But I'm in a unique position. I don't need to make profit on my cars. Obviously I make a living through the videos, so I can afford to fully sort cars and then sell them on, which it just gives me peace of mind once I do that. But yeah, let's just get back to a few of these comments. Swap you for an E87 2011. To be honest, Lewis, I don't need any more cars at the moment. I'm trying to get rid of them. I don't need any more. Most people don't know all the current problems before buying, though. Yeah, that's true. But if they was to do some research, or if they knew about BMWs in general, then they would know about the current problems. And even seeing a listing, if you see a listing that says new drive bar kit, new intake manifold, new control arms, it looks much better to the one that says, nothing along those lines. So, yeah, I think the average person would rather see that things have been replaced rather than not being replaced. I think the work you've done definitely adds value. We've seen your quality of work, so know it's been done properly. I appreciate that, Lee. That means a lot. You'll get a lot more because of the work you've done and have proof of it being done. Yeah, that's true. If I blank the EGR, should I get rid of the DPFs or keep it in as I'm getting an EML for the EGR? You will get an EML, an engine management light for the EGR until you map it out. Personally, I'd recommend removing the DPF if you are removing the EGR, but it's up to you. I can't make you sway one way or another. Definitely worth 3K. Yeah, Lee, I would probably agree. Be even more once detailed. Yeah, that's right. We need to get on to detailing it next week. Has the chain been done? Lewis, I did touch on this earlier. I have no proof of the timing chain being done, but I have a sneaky suspicion that it has been replaced at some point because there's no leaks of any kind on the engine. At this point, at this mileage, there would be some leaks, especially on the rocker cover. You would see diesel leaking. You would see, some sort of oil leak. So I think somebody's been in there and they have replaced all those gaskets and probably at the same time have, replaced the timing chain kit. Along with that, there is no timing chain noise of any kind. So I would say at the mileage that it's on 156,000 miles, I would say more than likely has been replaced. But of course, I can't advertise it with that because I don't have any physical proof. But it's old, but it's still old and high miles. Mine's 2008, 185,000 miles. We buy any car value is 650 lol, and mine's great spec and condition. Yeah, you don't go off. We buy any car value isn't the market value. We buy any car only offer good prices for like specialty cars. We're talking BMW E46 M3, E90 M3. M2 competition, BMW 140i, cars like that. They're not going to offer you high money for, an E90 320D. They're just not, because they're not really interested. They don't really. That's going to probably take them quite a lot of time to sell to make a decent profit on. So, yeah, don't go off We Buy Any Car. If you want to look at market value, I find, and don't go off Facebook prices, because Facebook, people post their cars on there for a reason. Either they have an issue or they just want to get rid of the damn thing. I think the best thing to do is look at Auto Trader. Look at if it says it, is it a fair price, high price, low price, whatever. And I always try to price mine slightly lower than what a like-for-like car is selling for or is listed for on there. And that's how I go for for the market value. Are you planning on showing buyers? Your videos on the car? Yeah, I mean, why not? I don't think I'm going to invite them in my house and sit them down with some popcorn and let them watch along. But yeah, of course, I'll link my YouTube channel so they can see all the videos of the work being done. Yeah, definitely. 3K sounds like a bargain. A lot of car for the money and peace of mind with what you have done. Yep, I agree. How much have you invested in your E90? How much are you bought it for? And how much will you be selling it for? Great videos. Adrian, I will be making a video how much I bought it for and how much I've put into it. I'll put a lot of money into it. I will say that. I may be making a small profit. I don't know yet. But I'm not going to tell you how much exactly I bought it for and all the rest of it before it is sold, because then people people just don't like the fact that somebody's going to be making a profit, which I just want to say, if I do make a profit on this car, it was only because the previous owner was misdiagnosed a head gasket failure. You know, he honestly sold the car way too cheap, and I just got lucky at the end of the day. But yeah, I will go into exactly how much I paid and how much I spent on everything in a separate video. How likely is it for an MOT station to notice the DPF and EGR have been removed? Good question. The DPF, if you can physically see that it's been tampered with, i.e., if it's not there and there's just a straight through downpipe in place, they'll more than likely fail it. If it's just gutted and either it hasn't even been cut open or it's been cut along the factory seams and then re-welded again, they probably won't notice. With the EGR, it depends. If it's directly underneath the engine cover, they probably won't notice it. They probably won't even know what's supposed to be there, because they're not allowed to lift up the engine cover. But yeah, it's it depends. Obviously, different places are going to be different. More places, certain places are going to be strict. Certain places are not. Not going to lie, it's a good spec car. It's worth around 3 to 4K. Yeah, valid point there. 3,700 or near that mark for the work alone. You're buying a car that will keep going, provide you put that level of service each year to look after it and don't hammer it non-stop. Used car prices have been rising the past year. Yep, they definitely have. I paid 3K for my E90 M Sport 320D, and it's nowhere near as good as yours. Good maintenance adds value for sure. We Buy Any Car are owned by British car auctions. Their only job is to bring in cars to put through the auction, and an E90 will not fetch decent money at auction. Even an E46 probably won't at auction. Yeah, they are owned by British car auctions. Also, that British car auctions also own Cinch as well. So basically, what British car auctions do is they use We Buy Any Car to buy the cars from the public. The good cars, they will get sold via Cinch, and then all the other crap basically will just go through British car auctions. So the stock that they find not worthy to be sold via Cinch, they'll just put it through the auction, and that is basically that's all the crap that all the dealers get to buy basically. E46 M3, I meant. Yeah, I know. Why do not do a prize draw? 2,000 tickets at £5 each. Do we really think 2,000 people would buy a ticket at £5 each? I'm asking you guys here. Do we think 2,000 people on this channel would buy a ticket at £5 each? And while we wait for the response to that question, I am just going to get a drink because I'm all out. So yeah, guys, would it be beneficial to do something like like a competition, like a raffle of some sort, or do we think I should just sell the car? Because one thing I will say is the car has got to be gone fairly soon, because I have some exciting news, and yeah, you'll have to wait until I get back because I need a drink. So yeah, do we think I should do some sort of raffle or competition, or should we just straight up sell it? Back in a minute. And we're back in the room. Cinch has a max age of 7 years. Yeah, I have noticed that, to be fair. Just went to get a drink and it's nearly gone already. No, but I'd buy at least 10 tickets. I appreciate that, James. No chance. I guess that's it. Selling 2,000 tickets. Maybe announce the winner at 2,000 sales. I would for sure. You'd buy a ticket. Probably not. Nah. I think you would struggle at 2,000 people. Yeah, I agree, to be fair. I'm not a fan of prize draws for cars. You often see really niche cars like Lancia Delta Integrales being raffled off and could easily be won by someone who has no idea how to maintain it. Yeah, that's nah. Yeah, good point. I've kind of, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about raffles. At the end of the day, it is gambling. I feel, whichever way you want to sort of put it across, it is gambling. And I'm not a gambler myself. I don't recommend people gamble, but it is a little bit different to gambling because not only are you, hopefully having the chance to win something, you're also supporting a channel or you're supporting someone, i.e., me. But yeah, it's whatever money does come from the car or the sale, whatever, that will literally just go straight back into the next project. You guys know how it works now, but yeah, I think we would struggle to sell about 2,000 tickets. But yeah, like Andy mentioned, it wouldn't need to be 2,000. If I just wanted to, get say £3,000 for the car, it could be 600 tickets at £5 a ticket. I think that's, fairly achievable, I would like to say. But again, do I want to go down that route? Or do I just want to get rid of the car? SK97 says worth 1,500 to 2,000K. It's worth 1,500,000 to 2,000,000. No, I know what you meant. But yeah, I think it's worth more than that. Like I said, you can't find anything close to it. You can't even get an SE with cloth seats for that much. Would love to see an F30 project Estoril Blue. Plus Platoon bricks. I'm sure I will do an F30 at some point. I've got to get onto the F series at some point. So yeah, it will definitely be coming to the channel for sure. But yeah, do we have anyone in here that's genuine that would potentially like to buy the E90 320D? Any of you guys out here that, would any of you guys be interested in buying the car? Because it is pretty much there now. It is pretty much ready to go. And yeah, it just needs cleaning. It just needs a good detail. And then it will be ready. John Paul says, what happened to the 7 Series? John Paul, good question, actually. I've still got it. Don't worry, it hasn't gone anywhere. I did sort of plan on getting it finished and potentially sold on this month or last month, but yeah, that's going to be a longer term project. We have some issues that I've still not gotten to the bottom of yet, and yeah, it's a long work in progress. So yeah, the 7 Series is going to take quite a bit of time because I want to make that car perfect, you know, whether or not I decide to keep it or if I plan to sell it on. That's another question as well. What would we value the 760 Li at, guys? What would we value the 760 Li at? It's very tempting, says Lee. Well, if you're in the market for one, you know, feel free to come and have a look at it. Gary D says, I have a lovely E65 Series 530D 2003 for sale if you're interested. Gary, I honestly don't need any more cars at the moment. I need to get rid of the E90 because I am excited to say we are getting a new project. When are we getting it? I can't give that information away. What car is it? I know you're probably thinking. Again, I can't give that information away. It's, can we say it? Yeah, I'm going to say it. It's a car we have not done before. We haven't done one of these on the channel yet. So feel free to fire some guesses away. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. But yeah, we are going to be getting a new project. Like I said, the E90 320D is finished, is complete, it is fully sorted, and that needs to go to make way for the new project. And this new project is definitely next level. It's much bigger than anything that I've ever done before. I don't necessarily mean bigger in size, just the work that needs doing on the car. It's much bigger than anything that I've ever done. Looks like we already have SK97. Love the 130i. Have you still got it? That 130i is better than the R32. Yeah, still got the 130i. Still trying to fix the coolant leak. So annoying. The problem is a lot of people think prize draws are fixed. Don't know if I've ever thought they're fixed. I guess it would be very easy to fix one, but of course, you know, I wouldn't dream of doing something like that. You're literally scamming people at that point. 635 CSL, maybe. Z4, X5, X5. Is it even BMW? Possibly. Maybe it's not. E46 M3. I know the new project definitely won't be an E03. It might be. V8 E34. That would be awesome, says Jean Paul. E63. E60 M5. Right, well, if it is an X5, I want the first dibs when it's finished. Okay, then. Sorted then, James. But yeah, do we have anyone in here right now? Or maybe do we know anyone that would possibly be interested in buying an E90 320D? Do we know anyone that's in the market? Because I would quite like it to go to one of you guys. Of course, I can put it on, you know, the usual selling sites. But if it means I don't have to go through that trouble, and if I knew that it could go to one of you guys who would probably appreciate it a lot more, then I would rather that be the case. But yeah, I think if I do put it on selling sites, I don't think it will last very long. Like I said, I think £3,000 is a fair price for it. I think that's below market value for what it is. So yeah, I don't think it will last very long once it does go up on the usual selling sites. track car. I mean, you could use it on track, I guess. My dad paid $3,000 for his V8 E66. My typing error for those always questioning me. Yours being a V12, 7 to 8K. Yeah, I think 7 to 8K. I think if it was, I think maybe if it was fixed, I don't know if I'd get 7 to 8K in the current situation because it is. I mean, it drives nice, but there's just like a few errors with it. You're getting a sharp nose. Don't care what one. You're getting an 80s BMW, possibly, Danny. Will you be keeping the original E90 wheels on the 130i? Yes, yes, I will. Is it an X3? Is it a X3? Would be nice as it might help me out. Lol. Possibly. You're gonna have to wait and see. I meant the next project. Yeah, I knew what you meant, James. You could use it on track, I guess. Let's see how many. Let's see how many likes we are on right now, guys. If you have not already done so, make sure you hit that like button. We are on 44 likes, guys. Let's get to 50 likes. If you have not already done so, hit that like button, and let's get this live stream recommended to a wider audience. We've been going for almost an hour already. Time honestly flies when you're having fun. So yeah, guys, if you have not already done so, hit the like button. Greatly appreciated. And in the meantime, I will be answering any questions that you guys have. So if you have any questions, maybe it's about your own car, maybe it's, about me, whatever you want to ask for the next 5 minutes or so, feel free to ask away. And if you do want to support the channel in any way, it's a pretty good time to do so. Below the live chat, there should be a $sign. If you click that, you can send a super chat to the channel. Of course, any donation to the channel of any kind is just put back into the channel for the next project, for some new tools, for for some parts for the next video, whatever it may be. But yeah, if you do want to choose to support the channel, a way you can do it is right now on the live stream via super chat. How's your dad doing with the E60, George? Yeah, he's doing well. I think he's enjoying it, to be honest. What job did you do before you became a full-time YouTuber? So like for the about 5 or 6 years prior to doing YouTube, I was a van driver, delivery driver of some kind. So yeah, a driver. I used to drive vans, delivering stuff. We have our first super sticker, and it's from Lee. Lee, what a legend. Thank you, mate. That's greatly appreciated. He sends £5 to the channel. Thank you very much. Lee, of course, let me know if I can help you out in any way. Fire some questions away. What happened with the gym project, says Christopher. Christopher, you must be a long-term viewer of the channel. So about, I would say it's got to be a good 4 or 5 years ago now. I actually had a plan to open up a gym, and life happened. My priorities in life sort of changed, and of course I found my love for cars and I moved more in that direction. Would I like to open up a gym now? I don't know. I think it's a very, very saturated market. It's a very, very competitive market, especially with the big brand changes right now, and it's a lot of hard work to become successful. So would I like to do that now? I'm not too sure. Where did you learn how to work on cars? Where did I learn? I learned at this very house. I learned a lot from my dad. I learned a lot from just getting stuck in, trying things. I learned a lot from YouTube. Um, yeah, I have not had any sort of formal education when it comes to working on cars. It's all pretty much self-taught. Um, I reckon my dad's is worth 5k though, seeing as it's a 735 Ally with the V8 lump. It's rarer than the V12. Going to car meet to the bonnet needs lifting to prove it's a V8 because they think the Ally is put on. Yeah, it's there's not too many 35 Allies around. I know there's quite a lot of 745 Allies, but I don't really hear of too many 35 Allies. Not to be confused with like a 335 Ally or that 335 Ally, a 335 or like a, of course, 135i or a 535i, which of course is the 6-cylinder twin turbo. Yeah, the 735 is the V8, naturally aspirated, of course. Have we hit 50 likes yet? We're on 51 likes. Guys, you're legends. Thank you. Now can we try and hit 100 likes? Come on. Let's hit that like button. Let's get 100 likes. No, I have a good question for you guys, and it's probably going to be a bit unexpected, actually. What, or should I say, which other channels do you guys watch on YouTube? Do you only watch me? I'm guessing not. Just fire away in the comments now in the live chat some other channels that you watch, that you enjoy watching. Just let me know. I'm interested to see which other content you enjoy watching on YouTube. Fire away some some different usernames. Lee Smith said, "What is your dream BMW, George?" Oh, Lee, I'm gonna have to say the E60 M5. It's been the E60 is the best car that I've ever owned, and that to get an E60 M5 that would definitely take things to the next level. So I would have to say an E60 M5. But they are just they're so expensive at the moment. You're talking 20 to 25,000 for a good one, and right now I couldn't justify that. I say I couldn't justify it. I don't have 20 to 25,000 pounds just lying around, so I couldn't afford one right now. Would love to see you do a modified motor. Do you mean rebuild an engine, with regards, with the emphasis of building it for power, or do you mean just like, bolting on a bigger turbo and all the rest of it? Just made it to 52 likes. Sorry. Nice one, Danny. Thank you. Why are BMW crap cars being so expensive? Only good ones are old ones. I mean, that's a valid opinion. I do tend to agree. I think BMW has gone downhill in many ways in terms of their quality, use of materials, and quality of parts and so forth. I do think I would say, for me anyway, I would say the mid to late 90s to about 2010. I think that's when BMW were at their peak. I'm not a massive fan of their newer stuff, if I'm being honest. But yeah, let's get to the comments where you guys told me which of the channels you watch. Yellow says Chris Fix. That is an honor to be to be watched alongside Chris Fix. Matt Armstrong, yep, another great channel. M539 Restorations, yeah, Stretton has a wonderful channel. Carwow, I watch M539 Restoration. Living Life Fast, M365 Restoer. I think he's Czech, could be wrong on the name. He's kind of funny. Yeah, Stretton. I think he is Czech. Car Cleaning Guru. Yeah, I've came across a few of his videos. The Detailing Doctor is awesome. Yeah, he certainly is. M539-2. Salvage Master V. I can't say I've came across his channel. Auto Repair Guys. Yeah, I know who those are. They're the guys that live in America, but they're not American. Yeah, I know who they are. M539 Top. Yeah, another one there. Paul Joseph Watson. Can't say I've heard of that one. Auto Addiction for Quality Nürburgring / fails. Are they the videos where you just see loads of cars just standing up on their roof? High Peak Autos. Yeah, I definitely came across his channel. Yellow. Hey guys, Chris Fix here. Is the BMW 118D M47 a good car? I mean, it depends what you're looking for in a car, to be honest. Count Dankula. Can't say I've came across that channel. I don't watch them as religiously as yours, though, because I watch plenty of other crap. Model making videos. How ridiculous. The king of random. Adam Savage, one day builds, not enough hours in the day. Fair enough. Another vote for M539 Restorations. Salvage Rebuild UK is a good one. Yeah, they have a very good channel. Donut Media, of course. I want to say I've came across them, but I'm not too sure what kind of videos they make. B is for Build. I've heard of their channel, but I've never came across them. Why have BMW's heated rear windows? It's to keep your hands warm when pushing it. Yeah, good point. It's Joel. Yeah, another channel here in the UK. But yeah, we've been going for over an hour now. I think I'm going to wrap this. I'm going to wrap this live stream up. I don't know if you can tell. I'm getting pretty tired. Don't know why. Been a long day, I think. JM, yeah, another good channel. Obviously went down to meet James earlier in the year. How are the E87s for Rush, George? Looking at 130i's, my 06 E90 rear arch are starting to bubble. That's surprising. The E90 and E87s, they are not prone to body rust. I mean, unless they have had like a repair in the past where it hasn't been repaired properly. But yeah, on the whole, they're not really that prone to rust. I mean, the rear subframes they're prone to surface rust, but they're the bodywork isn't really too prone to rust. Grind Hard Plumbing, that's a bit of a different channel. TR Hamza, yeah, is pretty local to me in Birmingham. Diesel Brothers, I want to say I've came across his channel, but I can't quite think of it. If you post your car for sale on eBay or other auction site, would you let us know? Yeah, Christopher, I will let you know, but I more than likely won't place it on auction, just because you can get a lot of time wasters. And not only that, you have to pay like ridiculous fees as well, so it's not really worth it. I think I'll just put it up for sale on a site, and yeah, I think it more than likely will sell pretty quick. So yeah, I mean, a few of you guys had the idea of doing some sort of raffle or competition, but I think I will more than likely just put it straight up for sale, and then go from there, because it needs to be gone fairly quick. So if any of you guys, are serious that you do want to buy the car, please do contact me. It's just georgeostersbusiness@gmail.com. That's my email address. Then yeah, get in touch. And if you want to come view it, you want to take it for a little drive, you can do. But of course, you pretty much know the car inside out. You know everything I've done to it. You have all the videos to go along with it. So yeah, anything you do need to know, just email me, and we'll get everything sorted. My E87 is practically rust free. Rear's a little rusted in. This is from driving in salty snow every year. Legit street cars. I want to say I've heard of them, but I don't know if I've came across any videos. What's a good scan tool for X3 E83? If you can help, please, says Jason. Jason, you need ISTA. I wouldn't recommend any generic scan tools. I'd recommend ISTA, especially for E chassis cars like your E83. But yeah, James says, would love to take it, just not the size for my needs now, sadly. No worries. Don't worry about it, James. Yeah, I'm not asking somebody to just say, yeah, I'll buy it, when they don't even need a car at the moment. I'm guessing there will be some people that do, are in the market for a car. And or maybe people know someone who is in the market for a car, and it's a perfect cheap, reliable car for someone. Or maybe it's a good car for someone to get into BMW with. SMA, not too sure what that is, or is that a channel name? I don't know. By Doge. Are we talking about Dogecoin? Thank you, Jason. You're welcome. But yeah, guys, you probably tell I'm getting pretty tired. I'm going to wrap this live stream up. You've all been legends. We're literally going to be going for another couple of minutes. So if you do want to ask any more questions, do fire them away. If you want to support the channel in any way as well, you can do it by way of a super chat or a super sticker. There is a $sign. There should be a $sign below the live chat right now. If you click that, you can go through. You can donate £1, £2, 27 cents, 1 krona, whatever. You choose whatever you want to donate. If you don't want to donate, that's fine. I still appreciate you all the same. But yeah, we are wrapping this up because we've been going for an hour or so, and hopefully I've kind of explained why I'm deciding to sell the E90. But are you guys happy about the decision that I'm deciding to sell it, or are you disappointed that I'm getting rid of it so soon? Are you excited to see what the next project is? South Main Autos. Fair enough. Thanks, George. All the best. No worries, John Paul. You are welcome. Thank you. Nice ride. Good luck. Jason Chalk with a super chat. Jason, you're a legend. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Angelo LaRusso, looking forward to next project. Yep, and me too. Like I said, it's definitely going to be something bigger, that something much, much bigger than I've ever done before. My E90 got me into BMW. Yeah, it kind of is one of those cars where it's like a good solid starting car for someone that's getting into BMWs. I'm gonna get the football on now. Platoon, enjoy. Yeah, thanks, George. If you did an E61, I'd have already bought it from you. I wouldn't say no to an E61. I'll definitely try and do someone at some point. But yeah, I think we are going to wrap this up. I just want to say a big thanks to you guys that have supported tonight with a super chat or super sticker, and that is Lee and Jason. So thanks to you guys, and thanks to everyone else, of course, who has commented and contributed. Last few questions. The benefits from removing the EGR seems a bit too good to be true. Is it really that good for the engine? Just watch a few of my EGR removal videos. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, better to move on and grow the channel. Yep, I agree. Speak soon, boss. Peace. Yep, take care, Danny. Yes, look forward to the next project, and me as well. Excited about the next project. A turbo petrol car would be interesting. You know what? That's something that I haven't actually done yet. So maybe the next project will be a turbo petrol car. You're gonna have to wait and see, though. I'm not giving anything away just yet. Aren't SEs so much better than M Sports? I mean, I wouldn't say so. I would say SE is a bit like basic spec. I think M Sports are much better, in my opinion. Rabbit says, hello, sorry I'm late, but Mattersby is on soon, so bye. Just seeing if you're good. Yeah, I'm good, Rabbit. Thank you. I'm actually finishing off myself, so take care, mate. I have an SE 335D 91 that I can't drive shortly because of you, Les. Oh, you must live in London then. Good decision, sell it. Super keen to see next builds. Thank you, Fiscal. Don't sell it. Basic spec equals rocks. Fair enough. We all have our own likes and tastes, so that's perfectly fine. Good live vid. Looking forward to the new project. Thank you. And yeah, guys, just want to say a massive thanks. If you haven't already done so, please do hit that like button before we go. Signing off now. Let's see how many likes we have ended on. We have ended on 61 likes. That's not bad. Remember, if you haven't already done so, after this has gone live, do hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, helps out the channel massively. But yeah, guys, until the next one, I am out, and I'll see you later. Take care, guys. Peace.